So we're going to continue responding to a few YouTube shorts. One short per video here, where you watch one, respond to it, try to keep the videos nice and short. So let us get into it.
Mormonism teaches that trillions of planets scattered throughout the cosmos are ruled by countless gods who once were human like us. Those Mormons who were sealed in the eternal marriage ceremony expect to become polygamous gods in the celestial kingdom, rule over other planets, and spawn new families throughout eternity.
If he is worthy to go unto the temple and there receive the sacred ordinances and covenants and keep them, he can eventually grow into becoming a god himself.
So the very first and kind of like foundational teaching behind Mormonism is actually satanic. And that's the teaching that man can one day become a god. This is what Satan told Eve in the Garden of Eden. But you're not going to surely die when you eat of this fruit that God has forbidden, because God knows that in the day that ye eat thereof, ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. The age-old promise that you can attain deity actually started as a lie in the Garden of Eden. And this lie is actually the basis for the teachings of Mormonism.
Okay, first of all, we got that opening little animation he's watching. I believe is a guy named Ed Decker, one of the worst anti-Mormon propagandists in history. I think this animation was made back in the 70s. And it's just, it's not exactly a pack of lies. There is some truth in it, but it is mixed with so many lies and presented in the worst way possible as to make the whole thing incomprehensible to one who actually knows and lives the gospel. So first of all, we're not ruling over worlds. God is the king. He is the ruler. He is the head. He rules over all the worlds. We are just part of his council, part of his court. He is king. We are the courtiers. That's what we can become. We can become like God. We can never replace God. And that is something you got to understand here. We don't believe that we're going to rule over our own planets. We don't get our own earth. That is our kingdom. No, we're going to be part of a council of gods. And the head of that council, well, the head of the council that we will belong to, is Jesus Christ. Because he is the Redeemer of our generation. Now, as to this being the original lie, this is something that is very common. Oh, look, this is what Satan promised Eve. This was the original lie that Satan told Eve, that she would become like God. How can the Mormons teach this? They're teaching what Satan taught. But people miss that when God kicks Adam and Eve out of the garden after they eat the fruit, what does God say? Man has become as one of us, knowing good and evil. And lest he should stretch forth his hand and take of the tree of life and live forever, God kicks him out of the garden. God himself has stated that this was not a lie told by Satan. The lie that Satan told was not that we could become like God, but that eating the fruit would not result in death. That was the lie that Satan told. The best lies are always mixed with truth. Satan told one truth. You eat the fruit, you will become like God in that you will know good and evil. He then told a lie. He actually told the lie first, and then he told the truth. But the lie was, you will not surely die. And the lie, the second lie, the implicit lie in this, is that God lied to Adam and Eve. He's saying what Satan's true deception here is that God was trying to keep Adam and Eve down. So he didn't tell you this because he doesn't want you to be like him. That's what Satan's lie really was. He said, you're not going to die. God lied to you when he said you would die because he doesn't want you to be like him. But if you eat the fruit, you will be like him. That was the lie mingled with truth. They ate the fruit, and God himself declared, they have become as one of us. And then John, in his the first epistle of John, like chapter 1 or very early on, he states, we don't yet know what he will be like, but we know that we don't yet know what we will be like, but we know that when he returns, we will be like him, for we will see him as he is. This is taught in the Bible. We have the potential to be like God. It is not the original lie. The original lie is that this is a lie.